we are super stoked to have you here in Portland, Maine this Thursday. You've been working hard. The Places to Run tour has been rolling. So before you hit Portland, I'm curious, what has been your favorite part of tour so far?
Honestly, I mean, for us, it's always being with the fans, and I feel like every night is a new experience. Aly and I love being on stage, and tours are like our comfort zone. And I just really think this tour specifically is so special because it's a lot of towns we've never hit before. So the Places to Run tour is really a tour of us to discover new spots that we've never played, including Portland, Maine, or we haven't played since, 2005, 2006. So it's a really special tour for us.
It's special for us too. We cannot wait to have you here in Portland this week. And AJ, I gotta ask about this because you mentioned in a post that you kind of shifted some tour dates around because you've been filming the White Lotus, which is freaking incredible. Of course, I'm sure you can't talk too much about the show, but what was it like getting that call that you're going to be on the next season of the White Lotus?
It was really exciting. I found out last December, so I've just been like anxiously awaiting to start filming. We're actually still touring, not filming yet, and I start filming end of April, and then after that, I'll do, as much filming as I can, and then we'll hop back on the tour towards the end of the year, and we'll keep going with the Places to Run tour. But I was thrilled to find out. I'm really honored to join the cast and excited to join such an iconic show.
It's so iconic. I'm a big Survivor fan myself, so Mike
Same.
White, I kind of like followed him from that world into the White Lotus, and what a
We
whole
were
world.
big Survivor fans.
Huge
Especially
Survivor
when it
family.
started that those first 4 or 5 years, we were hooked.
Hooked. And I did just watch season 50 for Mike, and I cannot believe he got out as early as he did. I was heartbroken. But you know what? It was more time for him to be able to write the show. So
Exactly. We need that. And damn, Mike was looking ripped in this past season.
Ripped.
it was shredded.
We love to see it, Mike White. That's amazing. Now, let's talk the new album in the EP, Silver Deliverer, which this tour is kind of named after a track on that. You two, in many ways, grew up in front of your fans. How has the process been creating music then compared to now? What's changed for you?
I think the biggest change has just been the life experience more than anything. We're now writing songs about a baby on the way, Dandelions was written about my son. So the subject matters of these songs have definitely shifted from when we first started writing as teenagers. But I think the music has always really been centered on our sisterhood and the two of us starting to write these songs in our bedroom. And it's really never changed from that. So we're just glad that fans are still excited about the music and especially since the sound of the band has changed over the years and they've still continued to follow and listen to this music. So it's really beautiful to be able to bring it to stage and to bring a record like Silver Deliver out on the road. Just it means a lot to us because when we wrote that record and when we recorded it, our dream was for it to just easily transfer onto stage. And I think we've been able to do that.
Absolutely. I've been getting so amped up just seeing the footage from the tour so far. And in many ways, the fans have kind of evolved with your music too, which is really cool to see. On the note of you both being sisters, of course, how would you say your relationship as sisters has evolved over the years as well?
I mean, we've grown into two adult women who have been in the industry together since we were really young. So there's this bond and this kind of irreplaceable connection that we have, this understanding as to what we've both been through as actors and musicians. And I feel like that's only gotten stronger with age and time. I mean, we both have very similar tastes. We're both extremely expressive and creative. It's so beautiful that we get to do this together. And we've been able to grow as a mom and an aunt and to also bond over that. And her child has been really beautiful to see her become a mother. So that's been a whole new chapter in the last 2 years. But I'm really proud of this music and I'm proud of where our creativity's gone. I'm proud of where our writing's gone and our live performance. We've only gotten better with age. So I like to think of our music as a nice fine wine at this point.
Just gonna say, aging like fine wine, you absolutely should be proud. That's a beautiful thing. Just to take it back for a moment, you recently celebrated, was it the 20th anniversary of Cowbells? That's making me feel old, you guys. That's wild.
Crazy.
20 years. Famously, I think you both have kind of been down or talked about you'd be open to doing a revival or a sequel to Cowbells. Do you think it's ever gonna happen? What's the holdup if so?
It's in Disney's court.
It's in their hands, It's something they want to do, great. I mean, Aly and I aren't really pushing it. We've just put it out there online to the fans that we would be open and interested. And it's been 20 years. I think it'd be really cute to do a sequel. Maybe it follows our daughters now. I mean, who knows what we could get away with? We were so young when we did the first one that it might be tricky, but might have to wait till it's 30 years. I don't know.
Yeah.
But the anniversary brought back a lot of good memories and so many people online were reaching out and a lot of fans came to our show dressed up as cows, which was hilarious. And dairy farm workers dairy workers. So it was adorable. It's a special time to be able to celebrate that release.
Absolutely. Well, fingers crossed. Hey, maybe for the 30th, we'll be here for it. All the millennials will still be here waiting.
Beautiful.
Speaking of resurgences, I'd love to chat quickly about potential breakup song because it had a comeback moment. And in 2020, you actually recorded the explicit version, which we all know and love now. What inspired you to do that 13 years after the original release?
I mean, it was all TikTok. Like, just seeing that it was blowing up and having this moment made us realize that we wanted to put out a new, refreshed version. And it was really fun to be able to give that to the fans. I think a lot of them had been singing the explicit version themselves for very many years. So we were just giving them the official recording now.
Yes, giving the people what they want and what they need. And I love that.
Exactly.
That's still on heavy rotation, the explicit version, of course. You both have been balancing acting and music throughout your careers. So I'm curious, for you, do those creative outlets feed each other or are they totally separate for you?
No, they do.
I think they do feed each other. I mean, we've talked about this before that, we're really getting into manifesting and asking for what we want on stage and believing in, big dreams and possibilities. And I mean, our career has really grown immensely in the last few years. So it's like, why not dream big? So I feel like the two, yes, like even White Lotus, like, manifesting that on stage when I was auditioning for it, like I do feel like the two intertwine and they're both extremely creative outlets. And I think really succeeding at one only helps the other. I mean, it's tricky to do both at the same time, I will say, but I do think creatively, like I have never felt more warmed up to get on a set because I've been on tour for the last 6 weeks. So it's a beautiful thing in terms of confidence.
And I think being an actor makes us feel really comfortable being in front of people and around people. And I think we are able to bring that to stage. And then being able to perform in front of thousands of people, you bring that to set. And that also makes being on set when, you need to finish your day in so many hours, the pressure is on, but you're like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah, you're right.
So they do really feed into each other.
That is so cool. And it almost sounds like the skill sets you earn from each help each other too. So
Totally.
that's
Totally.
great. And I'm a big manifester myself. So I love to hear that you guys have been working that and you're right where you belong. That's beautiful. It's working for you.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Now, Aly and AJ, I'd love to play a little game with you. I like to call the Hot Minute. So I have some just fast-paced kind of what's the first thing that comes to mind questions for you if you're down.
Yeah, let's do
Here
it.
we go. All right. First, favorite song to perform live right now?
Next to nothing.
What it feels like.
Oh, okay. I love that. It's different. A song you wish that you wrote.
God Only Knows.
I was just going to
By
say that.
Beach Boys. But that's good. We are going to
Yeah, I'm going to say In My Room by the Beach Boys.
Okay, that's good.
Both solid choices. Dream collaboration, alive or not?
Jim James from My Morning Jacket.
I'm going to say, that's hard.
You said Dead or Alive?
Yeah.
Dead or Alive. I'm going to say Nancy and Ann Wilson from Heart.
That's good. That's great.
Great choice. Yes. Favorite tour stop you've had so far?
Asheville, North Carolina.
I'm going to say Baltimore.
Love. And I can't, next week it's going to be Portland, Maine. So I'm glad to catch you before that
Exactly.
answer
There you go.
changes.
Exactly.
And last one word to describe your current era.
Free.
I'm going to say hopeful.
Both great choices, Aly and
Love
AJ.
that.
Thank you so much. Last but certainly not least, here in the state of Maine, we have a state slogan. It's the way life should be. So I would love to know, according to Aly and AJ, what is the way life should be?
That's really beautiful.
Yeah, that is cool.
Honestly, centered around family. I think family is the hub of everything, and it's kind of what makes our life spin. And I just feel like without each other, we wouldn't be where we're at. So the way of life is family for me.
Yeah, and to add to that, I would say the way of life is family and being true to yourself. And that's like embracing the weird, quirky parts of yourself, the ones that are misunderstood, the moments where you're kind of down and sad, and the moments where you're happy and hopeful. But I think bringing it back to just being your true self and
That's what life should be.
Yeah, and finding your people that support that.
Absolutely. Oh, you too. Well, with that being said, have to thank you for being those role models for my generation, for the quirky girls, for the different girls who were just trying to be themselves and find a place in this world. I think you both have been such great role models for that. And it's been awesome to grow up alongside you.
Thanks, Haley.
Are you going to be at the show?
Oh, I'm going to be at the show.
Oh,
I
hell
wouldn't
yeah.
miss this show. Honestly, you too. I don't always buy concert tickets because luckily one of my greatest work perks is I work in radio. So I can often wiggle my way into places. But when I saw you were announced, I said, I'm taking no risks. And I got those tickets locked in. So I will be there front row with my best friend, Becca.
So cute.
We can't wait to see you guys.
We can't wait to. And we get a couple days off also in Maine. So are there some spots that you're like, you've got to hit up? Like we want the legit lobster roll. We want We want the seafood. We want the vibes.
Yes.
Absolutely. High Roller Lobster Company is where you're going to want to go for a lobster
Okay.
roll. But in that Old Port area where you're going to be, that's where the State Theater kind of is. There are so many kind of your mom and pop right on the ocean type spots that you got to go to. And hey, if you're in town and you want to check out a radio station, I'll be right here and I'd be happy to show you around this area too.
Okay, cool.
I love it. Okay, we're going to remember that. And High Roller.
Don't you? High Roller's the spot. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I cannot wait to see you IRL on Thursday. Thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me today.
Thanks, Haley. You're so sweet. We'll see you on the 2nd.
See you on the 2nd, Queens.